Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at a scenario where Ireland forms an empire. Today, I did not spin the wheel. It was a comment from one of my subscribers, and they wanted me to do Ireland, and I was like, okay, let's do Ireland, guys. So today Ireland is going to be forming their empire, which means they're going to get stronger, and gain land and territory, okay? So throughout the video, Ireland is going to be the color red because they're the empire former. Even if people declare war on them, it's still going to be red. And alliances like NATO, the EU, CSTO, and all other military alliances are going to be disbanded throughout this video because nowadays war isn't accepted, and that's why we have alliances. So we're going to remove the alliances so we can have empires. And also Ireland's going to be a bit buffed because they wouldn't be able to do whatever they're going to be doing on their own. First things first, they're like, UK, please send a referendum to the people of Northern Ireland asking if they want to be part of Ireland itself. And the UK is like, no, this is like the last part I have from the British Empire. Like, no way I'm letting you have this. So they're like, no. So Ireland's like, we're going to be sending you an ultimatum. Either you give me all of Northern Ireland or we're going at war. And let's say in this alternate scenario, Ireland's as strong as the UK, okay? And so the UK is like, no, I'm not giving you Northern Ireland. So you know what happens? Pretty sure you do. I don't know who declares war on who, but it's a rejected ultimatum. So, since Ireland's red, they're forming the empire. Let's just do this. Irish troops who have been preparing for a long time, as their only wish before their death is to see Northern Ireland being Irish, they go with their St. Patrick Day uniforms, and some people are like, yay, come save us from the UK and stuff. And like, people from Northern Ireland have British passports and Irish passports, so it's kind of like this too. They have more autonomy, but Ireland's like, okay, we're not done. We're gonna liberate our past friend that's still oppressed. Scotland, I'm coming for you. So Irish troops land in the west coast of Scotland, and they try to make a push to cut England off from Scotland, and then they start pushing here through the wall of Hadrian, right? And they stop from that wall, build a greater wall. They surround, and that part surrendered. Irish troops went and surrounded the Scottish coast, and some Scots are like, yay, save us, Irish people, yay, yay. And then the Irish soldiers get to Edinburgh, the Scottish capital. And so there's a lot more uprisings against the British, and some pro-Scotland independence movements start showing up, and they're like bigger and stronger, and they start linking up, cutting off a few Irish uprisings too, and they can get some Irish uprisings to change into pro-Scottish ones. There's one in the east that doesn't stop, and then they start going and connecting each other. This is a massive confusion as some British troops cross into this pro-Scottish thing because it's still the UK they're invading, so they try to grab all they have. They're gonna invade the Scottish liberal armies, and they're like, you can see that they're not pro to save Scotland. They just want it for themselves. And Scotland is more like Irish than British, you know. Isle of Man rebels, and Cornwall and Wales start a movement to keep their united selves and try pushing. They can grab Liverpool and some major cities too, and they can push forward into England, but then they're stopped by British forces who immediately tell them to stop, and it goes back and forth. They can make some surroundments and grab some of these yellow forces. They can get deeper and cut them off from the rest, but they still have naval supremacy from each other. This yellow army can do better, and they get into like here, and they signed peace with Ireland, which immediately recognized them because they're trying to get the UK down, and the rest of the world also recognized this yellow team, and the UK is forced to recognize them, like to accept their presence because they're here, you know. And so Irish troops cross over from the Scottish front, and they can fast, quickly, like with people uprising, they can go to Greater London and kind of surround. And then they surround the coast, they grab the channel, and the Brits are over. So they let them have London for a while, but the British are forced to surrender as they leave the royal family where they are and just let them enjoy the last days they have. At the end, the peace treaty is there's a Western Great Britain country that not a great ally of Ireland, but they're still close. And there's the country called the British Isles that consists of East England, Scotland, and Ireland. So they still need to grab this part, which, spoiler alert, they're gonna grab it. But then, next thing, the Irish Empire, also known as the British Isles, they're gonna use their navy. Let's see the naval map, guys. Here's a naval map. This Irish Empire, they have these islands, and their navy are gonna go up and surround all of the island of Iceland. By the way, these scenarios are fictional. None of this ever happened. It's just a fun scenario. Just like bullying in Iceland always happens. Irish troops flood from the east, and they can grab all the countryside as people flee directly to the county of Reykjavik, the Icelandic capital. And everybody is in Reykjavik. As you may know, Iceland does not have a military. So it's not going to be really easy, as there's like 500 people here, a few casualties, so like 300,000 people. But at the end, Reykjavik falls and Iceland surrenders. I don't know if they would surrender earlier or not, I don't know, but in this peace treaty, all of Iceland is incorporated into Ireland. This is a pretty little kingdom in Europe, empire. Then Ireland sends an ultimatum over to Denmark saying they want all of Greenland, and otherwise it's total war. And Ireland is 10 times greater than Denmark, especially with their military. So Denmark finishes by accepting the ultimatum, and relations between Denmark and Ireland skyrocket down because Ireland got the biggest non-continental island in the world, you know. And the last thing our Irish Empire is gonna do is declare war on Western England. Their capital could be placed at Cardiff, Liverpool, or I don't know, the capital of Cornwall. I don't know which one it is, but it would most likely be Liverpool because it's like a British Welsh thing that they wanted to like be resilient together, you know. Let's say the capital is at Liverpool. So first you can see that the Navy of Ireland has reached the entire coastline of this country, and troops immediately flood in, naval troops too, and this country does not surrender because it's like the comeback of the UK, you know. And so troops from the east and from the west come in, and Wales, the Welsh people just surrender. They're like, no. And like people from Liverpool and like this part of England, they're really strong, they're really resilient. But at the end, Liverpool is taken and this country is forced to surrender. And let's say this country has got like naval things, troops everywhere around the world. They take control over the Crown Commonwealth. This would be a really strong country. It's like a better version of the UK, but it's under Dublin. That would be weird, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this scenario because I really did. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.